Okay, grafting. I have, see if I can show you, I have one leg finished on my longies. The other leg is just hanging out on my circular needle. Put the gusset stitches from both sides onto double pointed needles. This is the order that the sheepy pants pattern tells you to do it in, so that you have one less end to weave in, which is kind of genius. And okay, so you have 10 stitches on each needle, and what you're going to do is create a row of knitting that connects them with a sewing needle instead of a knitting needle. And this is going to be in my way, I can tell. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, this is attached to my ball of yarn as per the sheepy pants pattern. Take the needle up through the first stitch, pull that enough to make those 10 stitches of knitting back out, and then go up through the back stitch, out through the center of the stitch. You go, well, we'll talk about that later. Go up through the center of the stitch. This is your setup row. A lot of instructions you'll find for grafting or Kitchener stitch say this purlwise and this knitwise and da-da-da-da. That confuses the heck out of me. So this is how I remember how to do it. If this doesn't make sense to you, go look for another video, because somebody will explain it in a way that makes it click, hopefully. Okay, so now that I've got that setup done, I'm going to go down through the center of this first stitch and take it off the needle, and then go up through the center of this. I guess this would be purlwise because you're tip to tip, but I don't knit with a sewing needle, so this purlwise, knitwise stuff doesn't make sense to me, especially when you're talking about the back needle. Because then, isn't it all backwards? I think I overthink it. Okay, so up through the center, and then down through the center of this stitch, and up through, down, take it off, and up. You're going to go through every loop twice. So once you've gone through it the second time, you can knock it off. Okay, so down through here and up through here, and you can see where the needle is. This is creating your purl bump on the other side. That's where it goes down and up, down and up, down and up. And it's putting your legs, you can see here, this goes up from the middle of the stitch. Let me use this needle. Maybe I can do it better in the back here. This yarn goes down and around on this row below, and then it goes up, down and up, down and up, down and up. And that's just what you're recreating. So down and knock it off, and up, and down and knock it off, and up. If you wanted to purl or graft in garter stitch or in reverse stockinette or ribbing or whatever else you get the mind to do, you would go up and down, and that would put your purl bump on the front side. Imagine the yarn going through there. But we don't want to do that. We want it to be stockinette, because mine isn't stockinette. So down and up. Put the needle right there. And down. And when I say down and up, I'm always talking about from the right side of the knitting, so I would come around here as if I was standing on the other side of these longies and go down and up. Or I guess like a point. Down and up. If you want to knit socks, this is how you'll be closing up the toe. So really, once you finish these longies, if this is your first project, you could do anything. You could knit a sweater, you could knit a sock. You can knit a shaped garment. You are a rock star. And the last one, so just go down and knock it off, and down and knock it off. And then I'll just kind of, there's kind of a little hole right here. I'm just going to put my needle through here. Pull this through to the wrong side. And you can just kind of creatively close up any gaps that you see. I'll go ahead and weave in the end. Weaving in the ends is not much different. You're just following a line of knitting. With a sewing needle instead of a knitting needle. Okay, we can cut that later. It's all securely woven in, and there you go. You can't even see where I wove it in, or where I grafted. If your grafting looks loose, just take your knitting needle and kind of tug on that row of stitches. And you can work it out, work that tension back. The row all the way along. Just give it a tug until it looks like the stitches around it. Watch this not even be the one that I grafted. Okay. And just even it up. And that's all there is to it.